Welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk Solutions. My name is Charles Leslie Jr. Today we will be talking about e-government. Hey, imagine you wake up, whip up some fried jacks, beans and eggs, you jump on your sofa, open the election management body's website on your computer, you register to vote, and then you proceed to vote by inserting your ID in the computer's card reader. That's how Estonians did it in 2007, folks. They e-voted easily from the comfort of their homes, making them the first country in history to accomplish such a feat. But how did they do this? Policy, baby, policy. Since the mid-1990s, Estonia has aggressively pursued a national ICT education strategy. ICT refers to technologies that provide access to information through telecommunications. It is similar to information technology, but focuses primarily on communication technologies. This includes the internet, wireless networks, cell phones, and other communication mediums. This allowed Estonia to be rated by some as the most advanced in Europe in terms of e-government. I know, Belize has an e-government program, mostly to collect money from its citizens. Imagine vital statistics. You have to go and stand in line for hours just to get your birth certificate, and many times they screw it up. Remember, Belizeans, this is the unit for the government of Belize that holds your very existence, or not, as Belizean-born educator Joseph Alexander Bennett found out a few years ago. We should be better, man. Better, much better. Successful policies require meritocracy, pragmatism, accountability, and transparency. These are the four elements of a nation's success. Since 2018, Zimbabwe's president has been in serious talks with Estonia, seeking possible assistance in setting up an ICT option for mulled diaspora participation in elections back home. The e-vote for their next general elections in 2023. One of the main reasons their president is doing this? Well, Zimbabwe has a huge diaspora, and one of its most recurrent demands has been the right to vote. According to some figures, there may be very well over 300,000 Belizeans in the diaspora all across the world. But ICT isn't only about voting, it's also about the economy. Stupid, as James Carville, a Bill Clinton's campaign strategist, would say. For voters at home, e-voting could, in the long run, reduce the high cost of elections in Belize. Imagine Estonia knew the importance of this technology, that the Baltic Tiger has itself allowed e-voting over 10 years ago. This is after having already given the world file-sharing giant Kasa, online communication systems behemoth Skype, and finance technology mammoth TransferWise. ICT contributes about 7% of their GDP, and its researchers and computer scientists are at the forefront of fields like deep learning, quantum cryptography, business process analysis, and bioinformatics. Imagine this, Estonia government debt is 9% of their GDP. Belize debt, We are hovering around 99%. This is insane. People, policy works, especially when a country aggressively pursues education strategy in a particular field. Belizeans, what are Belize's policy really focused on? Education system. Most of our smartest people are developing other countries. Our health system, please, not even our prime minister uses our health system. Transport system, these buses are 30 years old. In developed countries, they don't even use them to transfer animals. Infrastructure, yes, we're getting great infrastructure, but we are not compensating for pedestrian and cyclist traffic. Why not? Crime, really, why is it we can't cut crime in half? We have the resources, people. Poverty, over $3 billion spent, and we still have over 40% of our people living in poverty. Economy, why can't we grow our economy without unbearable debt? Really, what exactly is the plan to pay off all this debt without continued increase in cost of living and, God forbid, a default which would open us up to international corporate economic predators? Why are we not raising property taxes on all the foreign-owned businesses and large landowners that are paying tiny amounts in property taxes every year while they're making millions of dollars? Why isn't a percentage of taxes generated in a community like Placencia guaranteed to go back to that community no matter who is the elected era representative? People, more often than not, governments have blind spots. And more often than not, if there is not a system in place that allows citizens to effectively and efficiently articulate their pain points, their needs, and their wants, those blind spots remain unnoticed, unaddressed, and progress in a nation is more often than not haphazard and ineffective. Here are some benefits Estonians enjoy from e-voting, and I want to see Belizeans enjoy one day. A smart national identity card with a secure digital signature used for e-voting and just about everything else. Vote from the convenience of a computer via a secured website. Votes can be cast for about a week before ballots are physically cast by those who do not want the internet option. A voter can cast multiple ballots online. So if you change your mind because the politician you support have bad policies, you go back online before election day and vote for someone else. Even then, on election day, you can still go and cast a physical ballot, which also invalidates all prior online choices. Voters can check their choices via their mobile phone and verify it as it is added to the national, parliamentary, and municipal tally. In 2017, about 31% of Estonians voted online during a municipal election. In 2019, Belizeans, we are still arguing whether our brothers and sisters in the diaspora should even have the right to vote. Yet, at the same time, allowing immigrants from all over Central America that privilege. Don't you think this is insane? Imagine the positive impact on Belize's economy by Belizeans in the diaspora if we treated them like, well, Belizeans. Diasporaofbelize.org website states, do you want to be a part of Belize's development? Share your knowledge and be involved? Yet, we are telling them in our constitution as it is that you can't vote. You could send home your money, you can develop Belize, but you can't vote? I mean, come on. What kind of encouragement is that? Maybe it is time for Belizeans in the diaspora and the Belizeans at home to increase our voices in the demand for a system, e-voting, for example, that will allow all Belizeans, no matter where you are, the right to vote. Don't you think? Belizeans, e-voting would change the direction of Belize so rapidly and be so powerful that it will positively impact Belize and Belizeans worldwide. Let's talk solutions. See you next time. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk Solutions. My name is Charles Leslie Jr. Today we will be talking about e-government.